Oh, tomorrow the Saturday at Hard Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Most likely.
Okay, we're officially live.
All right,
Today,
all right.
today's guest is Saif, a man who somehow looks calm even after losing with pocket aces. He's got poker knowledge, the table stories, and probably at least 17 unread WhatsApp messages right now. People talking about strategy, asking about strategy. What's up, my guy? How you doing?
What's up, Carl? I'm good, I'm good. Pleasure to be here.
Of
Been
course, of
trying to
course.
get here. It's been a while. We've been trying to set this up.
Yeah, you're a busy man. You're a businessman. We tried this like what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, I think, before the TGT series, I think.
Right, right. And who did I have on instead of you? It was
I know James was there one week, McKinnon.
oh yeah, James, right.
Yeah,
McKinnon,
I think that was the week.
the GOAT. Um,
Crusher.
you know what? Somebody mentioned the story. I tried to get a co-host yesterday, and somebody mentioned an interesting story. I wanted to talk about it here. It was Reiko. You know Reiko? He's part of
Yeah.
the
Oh,
league.
bro. I
I'm
know.
gonna open with this. So I asked him, I'm like, you want to co-host the episode? He's like, no, he's busy. He had something to do, but he he's like the first time he played with you at the table, he's like he felt outmatched. Here, actually, let me read the message. I told him, can I share this on the pod? He's like, yeah, of course, go ahead. He's like, from day one, I saw him play when he won that 32K at Derby. Oh, you had a 32K score at Derby?
Yeah, last year around this time, actually, it was
He's like,
their 200
he's like,
multi-day.
okay. Let me pull up the picture. He said, I knew he was trouble. I was at the table with him for a while. He had the table on lockdown. Not only he was running well, but the guy had no fear. And he'll put you in the blender. That's definitely a thing with you at the table. You're not scared to put chips in the pot. He said, he's like, I'm not a good player at all. Definitely a losing player, but often playing hands versus him, I feel like a super recreational. That's why I joined the league, just for experience. Well said, Reiko. Well said.
He's a very
Oh
good
yeah.
guy, man. Very good guy.
Oh,
And yeah, I
super
remember that tournament. That tournament changed how I looked at poker after that. So I came day two with a big stack, right?
hmm
Like top three, top four stack. I lose aces versus something the very first orbit. So I lose some chips. I get table changed. And on the new table, I get like 8, 9 at diamonds or some shit like that. And I raise, two people call, 5, 6, 7 flop.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I check, raise. They both go all in. There's two clubs. So one has a draw, one has two pair. We hold. And then we have a massive chip lead. Like I couldn't even stack them up that much. And the next hand, I get like pocket eights, and I flop a set of eights, and I knock another person out while I am just racking the chips. So I'm like, oh, maybe eight is the day is eight. Anything within eight is gonna work. And bro, I
Uh-huh.
kid you not, I played all 8x combinations, and I would just get respect even if there was an eight and I wasn't playing any 8x. I would bet, and they think, oh, he has the eight. And it was that time when Reiko was on the table, and he was just, it was insane. I knocked out two people, pocket eights versus pocket aces versus pocket kings, and I river quads. It was
People
the
don't
day.
understand that winning, when you see somebody winning a tournament, do you know how many suckouts you've done
Oh, for
and
sure.
how many
That
times you get it in bad? Like think,
playing playing that way, just because I was in their head, anytime they would see an eight, they would be scared, and I didn't even need to have one. Made me realize how these like crushers who like triple barrel, you see them in the final table of every big tournament. They don't need to have hands. They're in their opponent's head, and once they have a hand, that's it. Game over. They get
that's a
called
huge,
down.
when things are going your way, that's a huge factor. But then when you lose a big pot, that dynamic change. Of course,
Correct.
psychology at the table, when you have the table, like Reiko said, on lockdown, when you're winning pots, you're like knocking people out. People are scared to play against you, especially if you have no fear. But when they see a
Yeah.
little weakness, it's almost like who's on the attack and who's the table captain. When you're
Yeah.
table captain, things are going your way, you're running the table, people start avoiding you. But when they see you lose, when they see you losing pot after pot after pot, they want to go against you.
That's right.
It's just like life, just like everything. They see weakness, they attack. They see strength, they pull back.
For
Um,
sure, man.
let's talk about the most annoying type of poker player.
Oh man, the one that know it all, but don't know. There are a couple of those in the league. There's so many at Hard Rock and Derby. They would discuss. They would be like, "Oh, you folded King Jack there. Ah, that should have been a shove." Um, so many like that, bro. But they're never shoving with it, and they're not even gonna be in that spot. But they just want to put their 2 cents that, oh, you should never be in. Like, if you're there, all in.
Good one. Or if they're intimidated by you and they see you suck out, they have to make a comment.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
you
bro.
did this or you did that, just to get in your head.
This last
Uh,
20 weeks in the league, I probably had suckouts every week, and I could literally see, like, as soon as I turned my head around, I could see people like, look lucky. Yeah, I just punted it to him. He's gonna punt it. Blah, blah. It's fun. I love that. I love get my first thing as soon as I walk in the room. I want to get in the head of whoever is on my table. I do something crazy the first few hands just so they remember that, okay, yeah, I am here, and now this is how it's gonna work. I might get knocked out in like 10 minutes later hunting, but I make sure get my money's worth. Just the entertainment part of it.
you really dominated the league this year. I mean, beginning to end. This is the winning picture right here. I mean, you had
Yeah.
so many winning pictures. And this is your first time playing the league, correct?
First time last year. Tom McDonald,
Uh-huh.
him and Nick Scholl's dad, Bob, they were always like, whenever they would see me in a tournament, they'd be like, join the league. Mark reached out to me last in the winter to join it. I had some other commitments on Thursday, so I was like, you know what, I'm just definitely gonna give it a shot. And my wife supports me a lot, so she's the one taking care of things when I'm not there on Thursdays. Sometimes it's just that tournament I play the entire week, the live tournament, and she knows how passionate I am, so she's always like, you should always, go for it now. Crazy.
Really, she supports you. That's a big part of
Easy, bro.
being successful in poker is having support at home for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Need
Whoa,
that.
we got the Matador in the chat. What's up? How you doing, Matador? Rashad, he's a cash grinder at Hard Rock, and he's been dabbling in tournaments as
Oh
of
yeah,
late.
nice,
Yeah, I'm
man.
sure you know Rashad.
Yeah, this league too, Stu, bro. Shout out to Stuart Phillips. Locked me a first place one of the weeks when he subbed. Got me
Uh-huh.
another few points at the other time. He got me like good 14, 16 points or so. So
Wow.
Stu, bro.
Stu the Donk is a
I
legend for
just
sure.
randomly asked him. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna ask him just to see, and he had to drive an hour just to get there. So, man, like,
I wish he
appreciate that.
joined us on camera. I don't know. I should have. I think I asked him if he can co-host. I
Yeah,
think he said he had something to do. But anyway, I promote the league all the time, like usually in at the Hard Rock. You know, if somebody never played the league, they're intimidated a little bit, or they don't know how it works. So I explain it, I break it down because it's a little complicated. They
for
don't know that
sure.
you get paid. You know, every time you play, there's like the top 3 spots make money. Plus, some of the proceeds are going to the package at the end of the season if you have enough points. Like here, let me show how many people got seats. I mean, it's sick. They're sending 8 players. We
That's
got
crazy, bro.
7. Actually, 9 players. Oh, Billy
Yeah,
and
Ray got in
Ri-
the bro. I'm so happy for him though. He deserved it. We would always talk like few of us, James, Ryan. We would always be like, oh, good bunch of people going. Ray should be always going. Ray got it.
Ray, what he did is sick. He was with me texting the whole time. I'm texting him in the losers lounge. Let's explain how that happened. This season they gave 8 seats, and all the people that didn't get a seat, they got a chance to come back and fight. Winner takes all. One last chance. They had one round, and according to your points, you get that times 1,000. So the people with like Ray
He came
had
with the top stack and
he came with he had
close.
70 points or 70-ish points, and he got times 1,000. That's 70K in chips, and he won the whole thing versus 20 players. I think they came back, and he got the seat, and he was number
Insane.
9. Pretty sick to when he went against. Shout out to Daniel Cuesta. They played heads
Oh,
up.
that was heads up.
That was
Damn.
heads up. I texted Ray to see how he's doing. Then I see Daniel's story, and I see Ray in the story. They're playing heads up, and they both have piles of chips.
Damn. I had never played with him before the league, Daniel. Also with Ray, I had barely played. Like I had maybe 2, 3 hands in the past that I've been on the same table with them. But yeah, like this league is good. I only joined because I wanted to play with players who have been to the main event, who have played there,
Mm-hmm.
who have that experience. Good players, better than me, players who are better than me, so I can get like a feel of things. So it was great decision, man. I came up for the league just from the first, second, third places and the last longers, and then we get to go for free roll, play like a natural game, no fear.
This is
We'll
first
be
time in WSOP, right?
first time ever playing outside of Florida. I played on a cruise, a tournament on a cruise once. I came second. That was also fun, but first time officially outside of Florida.
Okay, we're gonna pull up some of the Twitter feed about the WSOP. It's like in full-blown
That's
action right now. Yeah, there's
I
a lot of
saw, man. I
controversy going
saw
on.
insane.
It is insane. Okay, what's the biggest punt you've ever made and still keeps you up at night?
So I think it was 2022. I had just gotten a big score in 2021 at Silks. First time ever playing a tournament, running that deep. ICM did 3 ways. And then for the next year, I would only play the dailies at Silk. I didn't even have an idea that there were tournaments at Hard Rock or Derby, or there was something called Luckies or TGT. I would just go for the dailies whenever I have time, middle of the day, weekends, the Monday nights. So someone told me that this was going on for 6 to 8 months. Someone told me there's a million guarantee at the Hollywood Hard Rock, and it was around the time when it was my anniversary with my wife. So we decided to take the weekend there. We'll just stay in Miami. I'll play a day one on Saturday maybe, and if I make it, we stay longer. So I remember it was my biggest ever buy-in. It was a 400 or like a 600 million guarantee, the WPTs. I bagged 10 bigs. I was folding ace queen suited on the bubble just because I wanted to make it, because it was such a big deal for me. Come back and then spin it up to like 50 bigs, 60 bigs, 3 pay jumps, like locked in. I get a new table. I get pocket tens. I raise. There was like a mad looking guy, like just playing every hand, tilted, stacked. He calls the big blind who had me covered, 3 bets me like 10 bigs or 8 bigs. I call, the other guy folds. Flop is 6, 7, 8, 3 spades. And the guy who folded gives like a reaction that he folded a set. He would have flopped a set. And
Mm-hmm.
now the big blind just jams 50 bigs or 40 bigs effective. And like, I know it should be a fold. now, and maybe back then also. But I was too new. I didn't know, like, how to fold pairs and overcards and straight draws together. And
It's
I'm
a
always
tough
putting,
spot, even now, on that board when he jams. Like, what is he repping?
just
Like
open
flush?
jams 2x pot. I'm thinking he has ace king, ace of spades always. And I have like a gut shot just in case. I call off. He has aces,
Oh,
and we were out. And then he had a picture on the blog. I remember it perfectly as the chip leader. Like 10 minutes later on the Seminole Hard Rock, the website, I was like, man, that picture could have been just me with the chip lead had I pinked the 9 or the 10. But it felt like a punt back then. Now I can only remember that hand because it was that like big for me in that time. But
it's
felt
still a
like
tough spot when you have an overpair and the board is like connected like that and monotone. It's hard to navigate.
yeah,
When you face aggression, it's very hard. I think it's the one of the toughest because it's not a clear spot. You have no clue where you're at,
nope.
and especially if your opponent is capable. If they're not capable of bluffs and they start putting pressure, you know how to fold. But if somebody's capable, because that board, like you said, he could have ace king with the ace of spade, he would take the same
Mm-hmm.
line. Ace king with the king of spade.
Yeah, ace queen, ace king. That's all I could. At sometimes I was at that time of my, like, I was too new to tournaments where anytime someone would three bet, it would be ace king. Like you would just put them on ace king. In my head, I would think ace king. Like I don't
I
know. It
put
was
you on
just,
a skin club. I put you on a.
yeah.
The
Back
thing is,
then,
you
back
don't know
then.
how much you didn't know. Like when you first start
Uh,
playing tournaments, your mind is like a blank slate, and there's so much that you don't know, and it's almost like the game is much easier because you're not thinking about much. Not much is going on through your head, but the
this,
more you learn about
yeah, for
spots and
sure. Like
strategy, and like a million person will be in your head. Something you've heard from Jonathan Little, something you've heard on Upswing, something you've heard from Chip
absolutely.
Leader Coaching.
Couple
All
years later, I realized, like, when I even understood what ICM meant, like what full form was, what it meant. I was like, oh, the first ever tournament at Silks, I remember using ICM so perfectly, folding ace queen on a three bet, like doing things that I wouldn't do, and I had no idea what ICM. It was just coming naturally, and then I heard it on, I think, Jonathan Little something about ICM. I'm like, damn, I did this when I had no idea, and this is so true. Like I need to know more about these things that I've just been ignoring.
back in the day, before the game was solved, a lot of people did things intuitively, and they
Mhm.
ended up being true later on. Before solvers, people did things like three bet certain hands, four bet certain hands, folded certain hands, not knowing that this is correct intuitively. That's the beauty of this game. You can study so much, and somebody would never look at a solver, and you both be at the same level of knowledge in the game or have the same results from somebody
Oh,
that
for
never looked
sure.
at
Like I
uh,
absolutely right, man. I actually like I once I saw someone from Tampa on GTO Wizard, and I asked him, I'm like, what is this? It was on a break when they used to have the tournaments in the ballroom. It was one of the
uh-huh.
last tournaments in the ballroom, and he was like, oh, GTO Wizard. It has charts, it has drills. So I got the subscription. That's my wife right there.
Oh, shout out to Amina.
Yamina, that's right. Yeah.
Support at the house. I
Oh,
mean, okay,
the Rock, the Rock.
the Rock, exactly.
Uh, yeah. So he told me I got GTO Wizard. I would go through drills. I had no knowledge about any of it. I learned so much in like 2 weeks. It just blew my mind. But then
What
I was
year
like,
was
I think it was 2022.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was wait, let me see. I right after learning, like it was in a December when I did it, and
Mhm.
then I binked a Saturday triple thirties at the Hard Rock right after that. So I was like, wow, studying is like a thing. Like not studying, just knowing things is a thing.
You know why?
It was in 2023, February 2023, because I entire 2021 I played at Silks, entire 2022 without studying, I played at Hard Rock, just a losing player. And then I was like, you know what, I need to I probably need to change something. That's when I see the GTO Wizard, I do that. I see it's not multi-way action. So, and we're in Tampa where everything is multi-way. So I'm like, this is not for me. So I do some research. Chip leader coaching was brand new. I sign up for that, just like the $100 a month package. And it had like good drills, but the UI was really bad. The interface on my phone was really bad. Like I couldn't understand. Like I have to read, I have to zoom in. The videos are not as zoomed. It was just bad interface. So I
Really?
canceled it and watched Inside the Mind
Oh,
of
the best
Bro.
series.
Yeah, bro. And then I just binked a Saturday and I was like, damn, all of this did help.
So what do
So
you think took your game to the next level? All these things combined, GTO Wizard.
combined. So
Oh,
first it was GTO Wizard, but then I realized that it's not really at the stakes we are playing. It's not helping me. As it's good to know, because say if I come against like a good player, you, Shane,
yeah.
Drew, like good players, they are gonna I'm not gonna be as uncomfortable because they'll make sure it's not a multi-way pot. They'll squeeze in or they won't be in the pot. It won't go multi-way. But then chip leader coaching, I read charts and stuff, just a pre-flop, big blind versus button, cutoff versus buck. But I would just go through the charts just to see what you should shove, what you should call off with, stuff like that. But best thing that has helped me is Inside the Mind, because that's
And
what made me think every hand I'm thinking in my head, I'm talking like Mateos or who's that? Katai. Like, you know how it's like, oh, ace king suited, nice hand,
you
card
named the
open.
best two. You named the best to Katai
Yeah.
and Mustafa Kanit is
Mustafa
another one
Candid
too.
is good.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Jao Vieira, another one too. I'm watching what's her name? Leo Margetz.
I am on it too. I'm on day 5 right now or day 6. Every night. That's like my last 30 minutes of the night. Before going to bed, I would just watch 30 minutes of Inside the Mind.
I have some comments about her plays. I'm sure she studied, but last episode that I watched, she's taken every spot to the limit. Every
And
hand that could be a 3-bet candidate, she's 3-betting it. When an ICM and playing the main event, that putting pressure is gold because you're maximizing EV. When they fold, you're taking the pot right there and then. When it goes post flop, you have the initiative. So it does help, but you don't have to push. Like if you watch Triton events, when you watch the crushers, the real crushers, they're
Mhm.
not doing much. They are putting pressure, but not every spot. She took literally every spot
Every
and
time the
three.
chip goes in, she's trying to
She's
buy
trying
it.
to squeeze, and I mean, she already has a plan. It's not like she's doing it like a fish and not having a plan. So, I mean, the voiceover happened later, so I'm sure she already analyzed these hands. But she's saying like,
Correct.
okay, I'll 3-bet this spot, and if I get 4-bet, it's a fold. So she's not making huge blunders, which is good. Like she 3-bet ace jack yesterday. She's like, if this guy 4-bet jams, I'm folding. So she
I
knows
remember.
exactly.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not terrible, but you don't have to push every edge every time. You know what I mean?
True.
Because
Yeah.
if there are good players at the table and they know you're 3-betting light and taking every spot, they start playing back at you just because. But anyway, I'm gonna pull a video later on. But let's. What's the softest poker room you've ever played in, and why? Locally.
I mean, I Silks TGT,
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty soft. Like you won't see that crowd at the 400 Hard Rock multi-day or stuff like that. You just see them there. They're probably satied into it. So it's pretty, those tournaments are pretty soft too. Like you try to be too creative and just bites you back. So
Yeah, I
it's
made that
it's a soft
mistake.
room, I think. Silks is pretty soft.
Talking about new here,
I just yeah.
I took a hand that pushed it to the max in the silks, and shout out to Jackie Toro. She got second in that tournament. Uh, I think I was 30 bigs effective. I think the blinds were at 20K, 40K. I have 1.1 mil. We're down to 24 players, I think. Three
Yeah.
tables. And the pay jumps are not like significant at that point. Like all the money is like top four. So I
Right.
always go for the winning spots like this when the pay jumps are like 100, 200, but the actual money is like deep. Looking back at it, I don't think it was like necessary to take that line. But I took pocket sixes and pushed it to the limit. It was just because it was versus big blind. I opened, she defend big. Flop was like
The
ace.
open cutoff, you said?
I open exactly cut off. Yep.
Cutoff?
2x,
Okay.
2.2 or something. She
Sure.
defends. Flop is ace 10 3, I think. She checked.
Yeah.
I see the third. There was two spades on board. We have the six of spade. Check, bet third, call. Turn is a little sketchy. It was ace 10 3. Turn is a jack. Jack of clubs doesn't complete the flush. She check.
King queen gets there. That's it.
Bet B 80%.
Mm.
She thinks a little bit and calls. I mean, this call is like questionable on her part because 80% flush draws can continue.
Yeah. Okay.
But she,
Flush draws are done.
yeah, flush draws are done, but she
Ace
calls.
8, ace 9.
I mean, ace X. I'm not targeting ace X hands. I'm targeting give ups. I'm targeting like her range is not strong. It's not two pair plus. It's not even ace. It's super wide. It has flush
10,
draws.
queen
for
10,
sure.
king 10, and flush draws.
I'm targeting like second pair and give ups like flush draws. Some
Okay.
on an ace 10, she has queen jack sometimes, king queen sometimes that she would flat pre. Those hands I'm at that range, that weak range I'm attacking.
Yeah.
So check, bet 80%. She calls. Now we have pot size behind, little over pot. River completes the flush. River is a low card completing the flush, spade flush.
Damn.
Check. We send it. He goes in the tank, stands up, starts looking at the board, sits down, stands up again, looking at the board, and she calls it off with queen high flush, second nut. So everybody at the table, they were like, whoa, you were thinking tanking with this hand? And she's like,
Damn.
oh, only because it's Carl. I know how Carl plays. In my mind, I'm like, fuck.
God,
So,
slow roll, bro.
I mean, she
Tough spot though. Tough spot.
It was a big pot. It was a big pot. I mean, you get there with queen high flush, you're never full. Like that's the
No,
whole point of falling
you're not
80%
full.
pot on the turn.
Correct.
You're not full.
Picked up equity on the turn. 3 more outs.
Yeah, you're right. She had the gutter.
Good
I didn't
draw.
think about it now.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, she had the gutter. She had queen 3 or queen 4 of spade, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's the most delusional thing losing poker players tell themselves?
The shove. I had to shove. It was,
What do you want me to do? I had jacks.
Yeah, I had jacks or I had tens, and I've open folded tens multiple times, jacks multiple times. Like just it now. Lose 2 bigs, lose 6, lose 6 bigs.
You know
Don't
what?
lose 18, don't lose
This
20.
is the huge weapon in poker is not getting married to hands. I'm still guilty of it sometimes. Don't get married to hands. People
Post
see it.
flop, it could happen, but just get away from it pre. Just
Yeah,
don't.
get.
If you have an edge post flop, I always like to think that I have an edge from turn onwards, turn and river. Like I know what I'm doing, even though I get caught a lot bluffing. Even though I call off with queen high, might be like into quad nines or whatever, but I would do it because I know I can fold also if I had to. So why not, just get
This is
away
when
pre-flop.
things get complicated. Things get complicated turn and river. Flop is
Yeah.
pretty simple.
Flop is
very
the easiest thing to play.
Hand
especially
reading
now.
ability is turn and river. That's when things get complicated. That's when
Turn,
hands
bro.
get
That
completed.
80% turn bet. Remember that one time when you let turn into me? Like,
Let's talk about this hand. Let's talk about it. You said you want to discuss it earlier. In the league, you
mm,
remember it more than
I
me. How
remember
deep
it.
was
You
it?
opened under the gun.
Okay.
You opened under the gun. I have ace queen, ace
Ace
of
queen or ace
spades,
jack?
ace jack, ace of spades, ace
Ace jack.
jack.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just flat. I would three bet, but you were under the gun. No, no point to. I mean, I didn't feel like I had to three bet. Plus, it's the league. You chips matter at that time.
What you said right there has a lot of weight. I was gonna three bet, but you open under the gun. See, amateurs don't even think along these lines. They see ace queen. Oh, it's a three bet hand. Let's three bet. But watch where the guy is opening from. If that guy is studied, he's not opening a weak range from under the gun.
All right.
If he's not studied, these I always say it. Not people that don't study. They open the same range from everywhere. So it's the you're facing the same range if they're opening cutoff button or under the gun. It's a tight, maybe 7% range. You know, the
Yeah.
suited
You probably have
Broadway.
the same ace as me. You have me. Worst ace is ace 10. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know if you're
have
opening
a lot
nine
of
ace
suited.
offsuit.
I have a lot of suited ace X, and I
Yeah,
have
all
ace.
the suited ace X.
The worst ace I'm opening under the gun. It's never ace seven off. I see
Yeah.
amateurs doing that sometimes. They open like ace eight off. It goes multi-way, and they at showdown. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Opening ace eight off. It's borderline on the button, but like you're opening that under the gun or
But you
under.
need to have a strategy if you're
Of
doing
course,
it. Then you have to do it with the 3-4 suited. Like, just do, if you're doing it with ace eight and trying to, win a eight high board, then do it with the other hands. I love mixing up like under the gun raises, but it has to be a strategy, man. You cannot just
you
cannot
definitely.
just you get stuck if you're just raising ace queen or three betting ace queen because you think, oh, it's ace queen, I have to three bet, and board is 10-7, 10-7-5 or whatever, like something like that, and now you're just like check, and then the other guy who has ace queen as well just gonna barrel you off on the turn or the
These
river.
are the toughest spot when you have ace jack ace queen and the board comes like 9-5 deuce. How you continue, how you proceed in the hand will separate you from amateur from a professional because you have a plan already on what boards to continue. Like c betting is an art, it's a
Yeah,
science.
it's a
Like
sign.
knowing what boards to
Triple
bet,
barreling, double barreling, those are
triple
what's.
pairing, sizing big on the flop. There are some boards where you size big versus big blind. There are some boards you check, but you got to have a plan, not
I
just
had
like.
this spot on Tuesday, Monday at Hard Rock.
Mhm.
I opened button king eight, king of hearts, and big blind. She's a lady who has won a tournament. I've seen a picture somewhere. I don't know her name at all. She defends her big blind, and she was defending a lot of big blinds. So, because I was button, she was big blind. So we were doing this spot a lot.
She's short, a little bit frizzy hair, kind
Yeah,
of tough. She plays
she's
back.
tough. Yes, absolutely. It's
Yeah,
her.
I know who you're talking about. I admire her game. She's fearless.
It went like Jack, 5, 4, 2 hearts. I have the king of heart. I just see bet just to see bet because I have the king. I'm gonna rep the turn heart. She
Hmm.
calls, turns pairs the 4. She checks. I bet again this time. This time I make it. Flop was one. Flop was a quarter. Turn
Hmm.
was like 66 1/3 or 2/3. Sorry, two
Hmm.
thirds. She calls. River the heart gets there, and it's like a
Hmm.
deuce of hearts. No, like it. I didn't think she would hit the straight. It was that type of heart, and she checks, and I bet pot, and she just tank calls with ace nine. Oh, ace high.
Whoa. Oh, that's wow. I didn't expect that hand. Holy shit. Ace nine.
Yeah, I was like, I loved the heart getting there. have the king of hearts.
I say one thing, that people have heart, are capable of pulling the trigger and capable of calling off light in spots like these, because an
Yeah.
ABC player is never calling you with ace high there
And
unless
you
there's
knew she fights back as soon as I spoke about, and
he
she,
fights
this is
back.
it.
But ace
Yeah.
nine off is because you have a lot of better ace highs. I mean, your range is too wide on the button. I don't like the bet on the turn when the four pairs, when the when the low card pairs, it's always better for the big
For
blind
the
than
big
the
blind, yeah. But I was
uh,
like, you know what? I might have to get her off of the ace highs that I literally. I was like, because she was playing ace high, like ace high even before. Like she would just take float a flop. If she bings the turn, she would call. If she doesn't bing, she would fold. So she was floating the flop a lot.
what you said there is gold. You said I'm trying to make her fold ace highs because at showdown you have king high. You don't want
Yeah,
it
I
to
don't
check
have the.
check. Check, check. She shows you ace high and takes down the pot. That's the worst. You want to make always better fold, and your thinking, your line of thinking was on point. Now, calling with, I mean, this on her part, maybe she had a read combination of she knows you're capable. I don't know. The line bet, bet, bet is most of the time bluffy. Like even ace jack is slowing down there. Like when the
Oh,
four
we
pairs
were
on the,
talking about the ace jack hand. Damn.
yeah, let's
Well, like
circle
you
back. The
you open
four,
under the gun, pocket nines. I
mhm.
call from cutoff, ace of spades, jacks, but the blinds fold. 9-9-4
Mm-hmm.
flop, rainbow, one spade, one. You check, as you should.
No, I bet.
No, you checked. I bet. I bet the
Correct.
flop. I
Correct.
bet
Correct.
like a quarter because the paired board. You call. Turns the jack.
No, Hollywood then call. Little
Hollywood,
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah, I'm like,
Little Hollywood.
I
Not too
already
much
knew you
Hollywood.
were calling, but I'm like, he's calling everything, but I still have to get to the river by buying the flop.
See, this is a spot. It's a very interesting spot, and I don't want to give away too much. But I like what you did on the flop because I do it too, and I'm not gonna give the reasoning why.
Yeah,
But this is gold. It's not a standard line, but like if you want to win the pot, you gotta bet there. If you check back, you're basically playing your hand face up, and now I know where you're at, so I can start attacking. But the fact that I check, you took initiative, I like the line. I'm not gonna say why, but I like it. This is like advanced. We're
yeah,
above the rim here. Yeah. Some people just bet when it's check to and it's exploit. You can exploit it because they're betting when you check, so you can start fighting back. So they bet you
yeah,
three bet. They're doing it light, but yeah, this is above the rim stuff. Anyway, I check, you bet, I call. A little Hollywood, we call.
yeah. 499. The man has quads and Hollywooding there.
Hollywood.
Jack of spades on the turn. So we pick up. We don't pick up a draw. We have top, ace of spades. So this is gold. This is the best card.
Strong, super strong hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is what we wanted. Better than
Mm-hmm.
an ace coming, I feel. Uh,
Yeah.
you lead 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So I had bet 25% on the flop. You donk 20% on the turn. That put me already into the blender. I was like, now I cannot raise you here because I want you to bluff
Just because
rivers too.
you know that my donks have a story behind them, I'm not
Yeah.
donking the donk. Some people just donk for like the wrong reasons. One of the reasons is like, oh, I want to see where I'm at. I'm
Mm-hmm.
never donking to see where I'm at. I'm donking to either sometimes I use it with premium hands. Sometimes I use it because I don't want it to go check check.
Yeah.
So it's not
You
to
could
see
have
what
queens, kings, aces there who wants to now start building the pot and not check behind.
Mhm.
That's what I felt like you could have. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'll call here. If a spade comes and you bet small, I can try to get you off of queens. If a
Mhm.
spade doesn't come, we have good showdown value. And she go,
It is unsafe. Everyone feels unsafe when he's around. For
uh,
sure. Well played. I mean,
well
that was
played.
fun.
Uh, and river is the king of spades. So I I
Complete
have the
spades.
I have the nut blocker. My plan is you bet small, I jam into you. That's already in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you bet pot.
I overbet
So
pot.
yeah, you overbet pot. Like pot was 15K, you bet 18 or something. And I was like, this guy is saying he has ace king. He doesn't have. I mean, I should fold there. I should always fold there. But
It's hard to get away from. I'm
having
repping.
ace of spades is why I don't like calling there. Because now what I'm trying to rep, you are repping, and that's better than the ace of spades. Now you have at least a straight that got there, or bad flushes that got there, nine. That's what I feel. But in that moment, like you're capable. That's the thing. Like if it was, there's a handful of people I'm calling there,
Mm-hmm.
and majority I'm like snap folding. I'm not even like giving it a thought. But you're one of those who has shown me things at showdown that I was like shocked to see sometimes. So we call, see the bad news, four
Yeah.
nines.
Well, I mean, I don't have natural bluffs on that board. There are no
You
natural.
don't. Yeah, you don't. That's
Maybe,
why I
may I
hate
mean,
having the ace of spades. If I didn't have the ace of spades, I get it. I can justify that you might have like ace queen, ace of spades there, but I'm not. I cannot justify. The Jordan was right next to me, and he's like, "Bro, what are you doing? Like lock in. This is
you know,
always quads."
Jordan gets away from big spots. I admire him for that. He
Yeah,
can get away from spots easily. He makes it look easy. He
yeah.
just
The
snaps.
way he's the way he told me, bro. I already knew. Like I messed up. Like this guy's not trolling. He's literally just. You have to fold there. Like
No, he gets away from spots. You know what? I gotta give it to him. He's better than me in those spots, and he's right like 9 times out of 10 because most
he
people
is.
don't bluff. They're under bluff spots, and he just makes it look easy. Just gets rid of like kings, aces. I've seen it many times in the league.
He does. He folds it, or he does. He does. He plays nice. He knows when to fold, which
He's
is
got like
important.
hours and hours of, I tried to get him on the pod, but he doesn't like the limelight. He likes to be in the shadows.
I was hesitant for a long time, bro. I was like, I don't think I've done enough to be here. But
No, you earned it. You earned it. The what I've seen, the sample size I've seen in the league, you won. It wasn't luck. You won because you mixed things up. And I like players that mix things up. If you play ABC, you're not gonna make it on the pod. If you're like talking about bad beats, talking about you folded a better hand, or you would have made a bad, big hand when you folded. Those little things that fish do, like somebody like this is never going to make it on the pot. But when you
you know
mix
who's
it,
always
yeah,
called me down and been right in the league?
let's hear it.
You.
No, I was expecting somebody else.
Bro,
Me
it's
again,
been you had the number. You have my number in the league.
it's a compliment because I know you're capable. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
call.
there were a few spots where I was like, wow, like man, if only he didn't know me, he wouldn't make that call.
That that's
That
that's
plays in.
that's the meta game. The meta game is when you know somebody's capable, you're gonna loosen up the call range a little bit. But when you know somebody
I
is never capable in spots, like we can name some players in the league that never are capable. Like
no.
I made a big call with top pair, which it wasn't like light. It was a queen high board.
You had
Uh,
Queen 8.
Oh, you remember the hand? I
That was
had
on the
queen eight
table.
from the big
Was
blind, weak range. It was a queen high
yeah.
board. It was a paired board. It was like queen 4-4. I check, c bet small. I call. Turn is like a 9, doesn't complete much. Check, jam. She
You
jams like
tanked. Yeah, you
I
tanked.
can't. I mean, I know like I'm going against a strong hand, but and I've seen her get out of line sometimes. So I've seen some weird
I
stuff
know.
from her.
Yeah, she can get out of line. That's a
You know
good thing.
what?
That's
That's the only reason
respect. That's respect.
it is respect when you call light. It is respect. Yes. That's why you always need to be the out of line player because you get calls like this.
Oh
If
yeah.
you're a standard ABC, you're not gonna call, people are not gonna call you light. So having the reputation, but it has to be a little balanced because you don't want to be the guy, you don't want to be over bluffing. So now people
Yeah.
are calling you right all the time and they're right all the time. You don't want them to be right all the time. You want to keep it balanced to where you're getting value when you have value hands, but also like balancing it with, that's the whole point about balance. People talk about it all the time. It has value, of course. I think against fish, it doesn't have value. Like you can do certain things that are like weighted one way or the other and, capitalize on it. Like, bet big with your value hands, even though you wouldn't do that with your bluffs to get
Yeah, it's
value.
just exploit in the fields that we play over here. It's more exploits and less like in the initially I was all into donk, like block bet the river even with the nuts. I was betting like 15, leading 15% pot, getting snapped and showing the nuts, and I'm like, why am I doing that? That is not important. If I bet 80%, they're gonna call. So like things like that might work at a higher level
So
doesn't work here.
you were block betting with the nuts?
With block betting like 10% with the nuts on the river, getting snapped, and I'm like why 10%? Like why
Yeah, I
not?
like it. No, I like it sometimes for versus some opponents. It works against opponents that are capable of clicking it back, but it doesn't work against opponents that
Doesn't work
don't.
here. I just feel like it doesn't. It works online more because it's a different crowd. It might work against like someone, but then they give you credit. They think you were doing it with the nuts, and they just
Some
call.
players are not going to put chips in the pot unless they have it.
Right.
So against these players, or you don't want to block bet because they're only calling the block bet. They're not playing back. Against me, it works because I'm clicking it back with bluffs.
Yeah.
So you might induce. You bet to induce, but you don't
That's
induce.
the reason why we bet is to induce, but they don't get induced over here.
You do it against Shane. You do it against Gabe Fuller,
I
Shane
tried
Miller.
doing it against Juan once in the league, and I had like I rivered I had bottom pair, I rivered trips, and I block, and he just like snap calls one big. Maybe I'm pretty sure he's had me like crushed ace queen with ace on the board, like minimum. I'm like he would have called more, but he knows that it makes sense to be selective against players when we're doing like creative things.
Yeah.
Can't be too creative against a good player. They sniff you.
The hashtag creative. You got to be creative in this game. You can't, do the same thing over and over and over. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Okay. What separates, you think, in your mind? What separates winning players from the almost winning players?
You gotta aim for first place. Anytime you buy in the tournament, it cannot be have to make it to day two, have to min cash. I just want to get there. Like you have to aim. I at least I that's been my game always. Like you have to come in. You can have a bad beat and come in still as a shorty, but don't aim for just min cash. If you've stacked up to 300K and there's like 4 levels to go, now you just want to blind down just so you make day two. Don't do that. Like you gotta be
What I meant
aggressive. You gotta.
like traits, like certain traits that winning players do that almost winning players don't do or don't have in their game. Of course,
I
knowing that
mean,
you
it
need to win the
so
tournament is like,
I think the players who are winning, they know the ranges better.
mhm.
They know when to barrel. They know when to just give up. Don't bluff. Like they know their big blinds range a lot. So I mean, I've seen like Drew, great player. He has his own things that he does from different spots where it's like put me into blender. Just I wasn't even the hand, just watching it happen. So and there's a reason why he's making that far. So you gotta know what you're doing. You cannot just expect aces and kings or coolers. You cannot expect to just get there, wait for those hands, and you'll just make it. You have to put in your soldiers in. You gotta make them work. You gotta make the chips work.
Put him in battle. Well said.
Yeah.
Drew, he puts a spectacle, man. Some players when they're playing, I'm watching just because I want to see what they're doing because it's so creative. Drew
He's
is
one of
one of
them for sure.
and
For sure.
one thing that needs a lot of work, and this doesn't come naturally. This takes a lot of work. This is not knowing the game. This is demeanor at the table. Is the state he's in? It's like I don't know how to call it. It's like a Zen state,
It's a
and it
flow
shows
state. Yeah.
flow state. Yes, and bringing that day in and day out is not easy. Shout out to Thomas Robertson, by the way. He's in the chat. Says LOL. I don't know what he's laughing at. What you're laughing at, Thomas? Are we funny?
Uh,
We amuse you? I'm joking. The most delusional thing losing poker players tell themselves.
it's the I had top pair. I had to get it in. You know, the had to. I had nut flush draw. Had to call. Never have to call. It's you can always get away from things. Like that's one of the biggest things I've learned recently, especially playing online. Got like there's spots. You there'll be a spot where you there'll be a raise and a three bet. You wake up with queens. You don't know what to do. You feel like this player is never three betting light. Just you can get away from it too. I I feel like post flop games are important, but if you just depend on shove and pray, like if your entire game is based on, oh, I went all in with ace king because I had to, the guy called me with nines for 10 bigs. I lost the flop. But what happened why did you get to 10 bigs? Why weren't you battling for the three
Ooh,
bigs, two and a half bigs in the pot every time where you should have taken when you should have raised from cutoff? Why are you just, letting
that's
things go?
what you said there is gold. What happened before that hand, before you got the
For
10 big?
sure, bro. For sure. There'll be spots where I told you at Sills I had queens versus ace jack, and ace king for 40 bigs effective. And I still lose the hand. I'm so happy with that spot. That's the best spot. But you cannot really be you cannot be sad about it. You cannot. I could have folded queens too. I saw people in that same exact hand. Someone folded tens, someone folded sevens. Both of them made great folds, but I couldn't fold queens. It's
No.
just
Uh, the thing is, if you see certain players in a tournament, they always have stacks.
yeah,
It's
always.
not
They're always working six bigs a hand, seven bigs a hand. They're winning on the flop. They're buying the flop. Like it just adds up, man. It adds up so fast. And I've learned it just by experience. Like I never learned it through watching anything. It just you show aggression at the right time against the right people on the right board where your range makes sense. It'll work. It'll work for
Question:
sure.
Were you good in school, Safe? Were you
I
straight
was
A?
yeah, I was back in India. I was good in school. I was my math was my favorite subject.
Okay, I
Like
was
I
gonna
would
say.
just love math. I wanted to be a CA until I found out what CAs did and like how if you sit in front of a computer, that was never my thing. And I just couldn't figure out where to use math until like I actually did figure out that
Explain CA. Explain CA to the
the charter
crowd.
accounting, the accounting stuff,
Okay.
CPAs.
CPA. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But because I was good at
Yeah.
math,
I think it goes hand in hand. Being good with numbers in poker, you got to be good with numbers.
for
Having
sure.
intuition is good. Have you ever studied like the basics? Like you'll be
No, bro,
surprised.
it took me even now, like when people say this is plus EV, like it's gone over my head. I have no, I so I learned streetways, I think, just by looking or talking to friends, not
Hmm.
really knowing the right word for the term, knowing the term, but not knowing the word. Like I know
Hmm.
what's plus EV now, but back
Uh-huh.
then I wouldn't call it like plus. I would just call it like, oh, good hands or good spot, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And just like just those 1 month of chip leader coaching and GTO Wizard,
Hmm.
it it explained to me all the vocab. that I
Okay.
didn't know and I didn't understand. And ICM, I mean, big on, especially after playing online, it's so important to understand ICM. 8 bigs, 9 bigs. It's so important to know what to do,
That
not
word
just
is
panic.
thrown, it's thrown a lot, but people don't understand the meaning of it. Another thing, like when you're in a hand, are you like what's going through your hand mathematically? Are you calculating pot odds? Are you calculating
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I calculate the pot right away. Like you
Okay.
can ask me the pot. If the dealer doesn't know, like I'll tell you what the pot is. That's my, and then I, right
Huge.
as soon as the pot is like the dealer collects the pot, I'm already thinking what's, if I have raised, I'm already thinking what's 1/3, what's fit, like my flop sizings, my turn sizing is already like calculating in my head, so I don't waste time make calculating stuff. I rather think or try to get a tell from someone.
This is
So
like
I think you need
basic
to.
stuff. Basic stuff. You have to know what's in the pot at any
Yeah,
moment.
and pot odds too. Like I know pot odds. Like I
Okay.
learned that too, the math behind pot odds, like the draws and multiplying by 2 or 4, all of that
Huh?
stuff,
Mhm.
and having
Every
that equity. All I learned all of that like I through YouTube videos because I was intrigued. I like to learn the process behind things. So I wanted to know where how it's ending up to being the right decision. So I learned that, yeah, those are important. I mean, if you're trying to play every week, you need to know that
This is the
stuff.
bread and butter, like the bread and butter in poker. Like it's, you got to know pot odds. You got to know how much is in the pot. I see poker players that are good, like crushers, and sometimes they tell the dealer to spread the pot mid.
Yeah, I've seen
On the
that.
river decision, spread the what? Spread the pot. You don't know how much is in the pot. That's the
I
first thing
count
you
in
should.
blinds and then I multiply. So that's the easiest way I found to count the
Whatever
pot.
works for you, but as
Yeah.
an approximation of, you're not gonna be, you're gonna
No, no.
know it to the decimal, but you're just gonna know around how many big blinds are in the pot, so you can bet accordingly,
Correct.
and know how much they're betting according to the pot. That's like the first thing you need to know. That's the first thing that's in my head before I can think of their range. That this is going on in my head. How many outs I have, and if I'm drawn live or not. A lot of the spots you're like drawn dead. You're calculating
Yeah.
pot odds, drawn to the
To the cooler.
uh, there's a lot of dirty outs that can come that can like
That's
negate
right.
it.
I count that too. Yeah. I count.
I'm
So I
gonna
wasn't, you gotta think. You gotta think a while in a hand. I was being too fast in the past, but now I'm slower thinking through things and it breaks down easily.
You always need to count to 5 before making any decision. I hate when dealers. Yesterday, I had a dealer at Hard Rock. He points at you every time it's your in your every
I know who you're talking about. It's you. It's you.
really.
It's you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a young kid. He's a good dealer, but like I think it's a bad habit. It's good habit in spots. If somebody has headphones, sometimes I've done it at the league.
Yeah.
I've done it in the league. It was on me, and I had a mental fold, like my hand was a fold, but the cards were in front of me, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, why the fuck are they looking at me? It was on me, and I'm in the tank for like 2 minutes, and I didn't even know it because mentally, it doesn't happen that often. I'm paying
No,
attention
it
all the
doesn't
time.
happen that often. That'll
So
happen once
in that spot, it's good for the dealer to point at me and tell me it's my turn. But this
to
dealer
get your
I'm talking,
attention. Yeah.
yeah, in that spot, he should have like the dealer should have pointed at me, and somebody said it. The player next to me said it. I forgot who it was, and they were like, "Oh, it's on you." I'm like, and I look, I have cards. Doesn't happen that often, but the dealer I'm talking about, he's pointing at you, and every decision, every time, it's almost like rushing the game. And we talked about this on the podcast with when I had the dealers on. The good dealers would never rush you. It's a habit from cash games because they're taught to rush the game because they're raking more. The
Right.
faster the hand ends, the more the
Makes
rake
sense.
is going in the box. So I see that. But in tournaments, there's no rake going in the box. Don't rush the. It's okay to tell who is on, but he's like rushing the decisions. It's on you. It's on you. He's pointing at
That
every
and when
every.
the dealer just doesn't stop talking, bro.
Oh, it's okay if the dealer is talking. I have my headphones on, but it's not okay for the dealer to keep talking to me, having a conversation. Like, bro, I don't know if they understand. I'm making money. Like, you're at work, you're making money. I'm here to make money.
Yeah.
I don't have another source of
If you
income. So
lose a concentration, you've lost
I'm not
like
there.
you've
Like
lost it. Yeah.
some people have incomes. They're there to have fun, like the cash players sitting there. Some of them,
Correct.
are have other incomes, jobs, this and that. They're there for leisure, having fun, drinking, having. I'm grinding tournaments to make money. When you have a full conversation, I need to keep. I'm focusing on the game. It takes me completely out of the flow state. Having a full conversation.
I know,
I had to
man.
do it.
For me, even just if I'm in seat 1 or 9, and then this dealer is just talking like in my direction to the like just blocking my side or just like talking, bro. I wait for those 30 minutes. I'm like, I'll just slow down for those 30 minutes, not just lose my mind or get on tilt.
It's okay for the dealer to entertain in a cash game, like keep the game going, have a little banter, but it's not good to have a full-blown conversation with one person or feel the need to constantly
Man, I
talk.
even get it. Like if it happens once the river is dealt and two people are playing and now you're like just talking, but it just, I don't know, it just gets to me.
Okay, we got two comments here. THEC11335 said best poker podcast, the Carl Mann Pod. Thank you, my guy. I don't know who that is though. We got Munch 3079 says, no wonder I suck at poker. I'm no good with numbers. Shake my head. I mean, the poker math is pretty simple if you learn it, and it's so repetitive.
It's pretty
Like
simple. You can
you
have your own like 3 sizes in your mind. Just use that always. You'll be balanced. You don't have to like, you don't have to be too creative. You don't have to do the 15% pot bet. Just do the 1/3, half pots, 3/4. Like stick to that, the easy numbers.
Well said. And calculating odds and outs, it's like the same scenarios over and over. It's the
Oh, for
flush
sure.
draw, the open-ended straight draw, the gut shot,
That's
the
it.
flush draw, open-ended straight draw plus flush draw. It's
Yeah.
literally the same 5 or 6 scenarios coming up. And if you memorize these numbers, you have poker down. I'm not saying you have the game down, but you have like the
Yeah.
simple stuff, the
The
basic stuff.
basics. The
Yeah.
basics.
Everybody should learn the basics, and you have to know how to convert percentages to odds. That gets a little complicated, but again, it's repetitive. But everybody should know this because this is the basics of,
Yeah.
like the example I gave. Bet 80% on the turn. She called with a flush draw. You're not getting the right odds. Like
You're
a pot
not.
size bet on the flop with the flush draw, you're getting the correct odds. On the turn, anything close to pot, you're definitely not getting the right odds to continue with a flush draw. But some people see a draw, they just call down to get there,
If
not
it's the
knowing.
nut flush draw, bro, good luck getting them
Good
to
luck
fold.
making them fold. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move. We have a lot of questions still, but I don't think we'll circle back. But let's talk everything WSOP. I have a couple things pulled up from the WSOP already. Things are
Let's
getting
do
out of hand with the dealing this year. We know they have the rating system for the dealers. It got really negative feedback online. People are hating it, saying like, you said it. You're like, if I lose with aces, I'm leaving that dealer a bad
There's only
rating.
gonna be one 5-star rating from the winner of the tournament, bro. Everyone else is gonna rate them like,
Everybody else
nah,
is gonna say the dealers suck. No,
the
I think
dealers.
they'll be reasonable, but you have some people that are miserable to begin with. There's gonna be some unfairness for sure. But
I've never
overall,
blamed the dealer. Never. Like I've never blamed the dealer, bro. I
you,
laugh when people do that. Like that's just hilarious.
you know what? That's what makes you good at poker. Those little things, that's what makes you good at poker, is not blaming the dealer, is not blaming the weather, is not blaming the shirt you're wearing, because poker is just numbers. It's just
Oh,
nothing but numbers. There's no uh it's not complaining about bad beats. That's what makes a winner in poker. You gotta have a thick skin. You gotta roll with the punches. You can't let like little things affect you. We're all emotional beings. We're gonna be affected. Like I told every bust out after a tournament, it's still work in progress. But I get the big picture. Like the people that post bad beats online or take pictures of bad beats. First of all, why the hell would you want a memory of that negative event
no,
that happened on your.
never, bro. Never.
Don't make it a habit of talk. You talk about negative things, more negative things are going to happen. Always, you got to be positive, even if it's delusion. And I'm not talking delusion in poker, thinking you're good at poker when you suck.
I
That's a question
mean,
I
hey, you
have.
can think you have aces when you have fours and play like aces. That kind of delusion.
Winning poker is not about making hands. You know, when I get a big hand, it's like Christmas lately because
Oh yeah, bro. I don't want them. I like don't give me. I just want to defend my big blind. Just let me play my big blind nicely. No pre-flop all-ins.
winning poker
Avoid
is
the variance, bro.
really
Avoid the
not
variance.
about it's not about making hands. It's about taking marginal spots and pushing them to the limit. Sometimes you gotta pick your, especially in tournaments. In late stages in a tournament, you really don't need to make a hand. You need to steal blinds to stay alive, and you get the occasional hand once per like 2 levels.
Yeah.
That's fine. But you to survive in a tournament, it's not about making big hands, making full houses. When people do that, I see people sometimes run like God, like making flushes. I'm like, how? This is not even
Bro,
normal.
the number of times I've probably like 6x starting stack before late reg and been out the next level, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous. I'd rather have that luck towards the end. Give
and
me
of course,
10, 20 bigs to start, but give me that run in the end where I'm hitting those flushes and the full house and the set.
lately I've been missing 5 levels. I always show up level 6, level 7. So I'm skipping
Mhm.
like 2, 3 hours of the tournament when it's not necessary to have a stack. And I'm right away when I sit down, you got to gamble it up a little bit. So you got to have
Yeah,
at least 2 bullets. You gamble it up to get that double. You get a double, that's it. You're in the
that's
tournament.
it.
You just
That's
save
it.
3 hours of bullshit in the beginning when
Very
when the
true.
stuff. Now some people they want you to be there at level 1. Some people sit at hand 1. Like shout out to Justin Fawcett. He sits down when the fish are there giving up chips and he's
Yeah, if you
building.
have the edge post flop, bro, I like early too because you want to play more. If you want to play more post flop, if you don't want to play post flop, just late reg, 20 bigs, 15 bigs, shove at the right spot. But if you like playing, I like playing post flop. I don't play cash, so that's the only time I get to play deep stack is post flop.
Mhm.
And early in their tournament, that's literally like 60, 80 bigs deep. I'm happy mixing in a 3-bet with 4-5, like doing stuff just for my like to get it out of my system. Then we can focus.
You feel alive when you get away with murder at the table. You feel alive if you're because playing ABC poker is boring as fuck, and I think sometimes winning poker is boring poker. Sometimes when you're playing against fish, like you gotta wait for a good hand, a good spot, and just get paid for your value hands. But sometimes when
Right.
you're not getting cards for hours, you gotta get creative and getting away with big bluff. You feel like okay, I'm playing poker now. Poker is not about like you gotta
It's
mix it
never
up.
about aces versus kings or ace king versus
No,
queens.
of
It's
course not.
never about that.
And sometimes I
It's
have
more of
people
that
send me,
river hero call, the river bluff, the check raise. That's what got me into poker, bro. It was never the pre-flop all-ins. I hated going all-ins back then. I hate going all in now pre-flop. Like you'd barely see me going all in pre-flop with like marginal hand. I think I can play post-flop. I have fun playing post-flop. So why do that pre?
of
But
course.
I did
Um,
it to you, did against you once, and it was this Carl just never folds. You opened
I
in the
get sticky.
league,
Uh-huh.
and you opened I think cut off or just one before cutoff,
Uh-huh.
and button cutoff and button call both uh women. They call Tammy and Chrissy, I think, and
Uh-huh.
I have fives in the big blind, and I just decide to squeeze. I have 30 bigs, so I make it like 9 bigs. You call, they fold. Flop is king 8 4, rainbow, and I just rip it. And you like tank, and you're like, I think I beat your ace queens. Like my god, this guy has the 8 or like nines or tens or sixes. I don't know, and you call with ace 8. So
Oh,
I
wow. I don't even remember that hand. That's out of line from on my part. On your
out of
part,
line from my part because I was not trying to. I don't squeeze fives from the big blind, but then that's out of line from your part. Call my 9 bigs and then call the
yeah,
8.
out of line on both accounts for sure.
But you got
Um,
to. That's what makes everyone else folded. So that was the goal. and then king works for me always when I do that. So now I have to, like, I was hoping a king doesn't come on the flop, so I don't have to pull that. But
Yeah.
when it comes, I have to pull it.
All right.
That's what makes it.
Let's pull up some things from the WSOP and see what's going on right now. All the atrocities with the dealers.
I saw one video. I couldn't believe it.
Okay. We have this crazy story. A dealer quits mid-hand. He quits in the hand on the river because he gets berated. He gets berated by a player hard. Let's hear the story.
What would you do in this situation? A player was playing a live tournament. The dealer dealt the cards. Another player was out of their seat when the cards were dealt, and the dealer mucked that person's hand. The hand continues on. And when the player comes back and realizes that their hand was mucked, they just start coming for the dealer. They're berating the dealer. It goes on till they get to the river where there's some pretty big action happening in the hand, and this player just will not stop. The dealer just says, like I need this job, gets up and smoke bombs out of the tournament. He throws his token back up and quits in the middle of a hand. What?
He quit
That-
mid-hand just because he got
sad.
berated. That's crazy. That is
sad.
insane.
Yeah.
Sean Deeb said, Nikki P, shout out to Nikki P, man. Nick Palma is a character. Already threatened to spit on a player at the table if they're outside. Now he's trying to fight him. Some things never change at the WSOP. Nikki P, antics. Victoria Lifshitz, she said, how is it possible that 7 out of 8 dealers can do basic stuff? Deal 2 cards per person, burn cards, don't put small blind into the pot until everyone acted, not deal next street until action completes, no basic rules of no limit. Seems they never dealt a hand of no limit before today. The thing with the dealers, man, it's we talked about the dealer rating this year. I don't know, the dealer situation. They get literally dealers that never dealt before. Putting out the flop is agony. Watching them put out the flop is agony. Every hand has.
Everyone's warning me. They're like, you're gonna be so upset when you see how bad the dealers are at the WSOP. Everybody has warned me. Now one person is saying that, oh, it'll be a fun They just I have to be present on the table. Like,
it's gonna tilt you. Even in the main event, it's gonna happen. Like big buy-ins and small buy-ins, you're gonna see it. It's a thing.
I had that happen at Hard Rock with one of the newer dealers once, and I got used to it. Now they're good, but I've been through it, and it's not fun, man.
Okay, think of the worst dealer you know of here in the area. Multiply that by 10. So the worst dealer when they sit down, you like, multiply that by 10, because I'm talking like you're playing the game and at the same time you're paying attention to what mistakes they're gonna make. We try to help the dealers, of course. We're not gonna be mean to the dealer. I try to help as much as possible, but the worst is
gonna get on your nerves.
It is. It ruins the game. I mean, you're playing WSOP. Like, imagine playing the main event like day 3 and you see somebody making mistakes left and right. It's gonna happen. It's 100%. You'll see it. Shout out to the WSOP having the coverage this year on ESPN. Finally, I bet
that got me into poker 15 years ago, bro. Watching it on ESPN, the song, the intros. It's still
the stories, the characters. Yes, that's what made poker famous.
The commentary.
Popular. Yes, Norman Chad and Lon McCarron, they're back. You got Joe Stapleton. Shout out to Joe. Funny as hell. You got Brett Hanks, I think, and Yeah, let's
Jeff.
hear what.
One day away from the 2026 World Series of Poker, from the 57th annual World Series of Poker, getting all my stuff set, ready to go. And finally, one final thing, what else are we looking forward to at the 2026 World Series? And how about this? How about the new WSOP countdown show? It's me, it's Joe Stapleton. Stapes, I texted you, I said, remind me, we have to shoot a social media video today. And you forgot. Now I'm going to take the blame here, accountability on me, lead from the front. But also I texted you and you forgot. David Williams on the show as well. DW is going to crush it on the show. And we also have, we have Norman chat. We really do for most. Yeah. Okay. Just edit this little part out. And we have Norman Chad joining us, the future Poker Hall of Famer. We hope that you check out WSOP Countdown every day as we set the stage for a fantastic live stream. See you tomorrow.
Jeff Platt, the GOAT. He, you know, the curse of Jeff Platt. Every time he has an interview with somebody, they're out like a few minutes later.
Gotta avoid him. Gotta avoid Jeff.
The interview with Jeff Platt. Hopefully, we'll make a deep run and we don't see him. We got a couple people joined the ACR. Chance Cornuth. They got a nice little funny commercial. They brought the "What's Up." Remember that "What's Up" from like the. You saw it? You saw the commercial?
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, let's play it.
Yo, party, what's up?
Yeah, not much. Watching the cards, grinding a little ACR.
Hey, wait a second, party, I got another call. What the hell?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Wait a second, party, I got another call.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, hold on, fellas, good morning.
Yo.
What's up?
Okay, we get the gist. It's a nice little commercial. You play ACR?
I used to back when I was into it. I would just every now and then. Then I binked one OSS, got me even, just closed it. Then I switched to global, switched to WPT. I just love moving around.
What's the most profitable for you right now?
Oh, WPT Gold.
WPT Gold. I need to play WPT Gold for sure.
Bro, you've got to, bro.
Our boy Curtis King, shout out to Curtis. He said, "R.I.P. Tom McDonald, Saif, one of the nicest guys in poker." Yeah, definitely Tom McDonald.
This guy can't spell my name right. He was the first person to like explain proper ICM to me. Curtis, I was on the final table of the TGT Mystery Bounty. And he was like, he ran the numbers. I was just texting with him on Insta and he ran the numbers. I was texting him like till 3 a.m, every hand, every spot. And he guided me. He was like, bro, you have to take it. Like, just take the ICM. It's working in your favor. So shout out to Curtis too.
Curtis is a legend.
Good man, good man.
This is Negrano Fantasy Poker. Every year they do this.
I saw the blog. I saw his vlog today too. The day one.
I watched it. There's a lot of golf. I like fast forwarded that part.
Fast forwarded it to the fantasy draft.
The fantasy draft. I was gonna have our boy Justin because he's part of the draft. Him and Wayne Leonard. Shout out to Wayne too, the dentist, the crusher.
Sure.
But Justin couldn't come on because he's playing. I said even if it's 10 minutes just to explain how the draft works. And
it's a dream, though, to get drafted. I think he got drafted. I saw Wayne's post on Facebook.
Well, they have their own team. It's called Premiums Only. Of course, I don't know if you know Justin with Idiot Poker, but he always says
I've played with him a lot, but we don't know each other like that.
Okay, yeah, they have a team on board, and I think shout out to Haven Taylor. She's gonna be next on the pod. They picked her husband. They drafted her husband. He's on the screen. She told me yesterday. But let's see Justin and Wade. They're in the back. This is Phil Hellmuth's video, and Justin and Wayne, they're sitting in the back here. Let's watch it.
Great one, great one. Ooh, look, this game just keeps winning shit, Christopher. Ooh, life is good.
Six is fun.
Oh, I think that was Becker.
Look, this game just keeps winning shit.
Brewer?
Ooh,
That was
life
Becker,
is
you said?
good.
Becker, right,
Six is fun.
right here. You see him?
Yeah.
In
I
the
didn't
gray.
get much to. I didn't get a time.
Sean
I didn't play much with Becker either. Didn't he moved as soon as I got to the scene?
Yeah, because you came on the scene like 23. Becker grinded before COVID. He started like 18, 19, then took it seriously like around COVID. I grinded with him a lot. Like me and him were in the Hard Rock, and he used to give me shit all the time because he would grind like 2 a day, and I always wake up late, and he gives me shit about not showing up.
You're so mean to me.
I love you, Phil,
You do love me.
but I also have to give you shit because no one else will.
Nobody else stands up to me.
Sean Deeb is always attacking something. He always want to create controversy. It's insane.
Very happy that you love P3.
I do.
Very happy you love P3.
He's just like his mother.
Ooh, look at Ben Lamb. Oh, I'm proud of Ben Lamb. You know, Ben Lamb is one of those guys I said.
Damn, Ben Lamb lost weight. He looks
Top poker players.
Yeah, I
can
couldn't
become.
recognize him.
Phil is like
Different.
a walking billboard. He's always like advertising. What is this?
That's the
Hurrah.
only way he makes money. He can't make money playing.
I'm sure he makes money in his sleep, him and Negrano. It's nice when your name makes you money. So
Oh,
let's see,
man.
Justin and Wayne. I know I saw them in the background here somewhere. Let me see. They show around the room. Okay, there's Justin right there.
Yeah, I saw. With the beard.
Yes, him and Wayne, they have a table and the team. Right there.
Yeah, I see.
Boy,
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
exactly. Okay. We got Daniel Strelitz. He tweeted something about late registering. He said he posted a list of events that you can buy in on day 2. And he's saying that late reg should only last. He said these are all the WSOP tourneys you can register on day 2. It's a problem. What do you think about late regging, and why do you think he thinks it's a problem?
I mean, as you said, from what I'm seeing, it's all the 5Ks and the 10Ks plus, right?
Yeah, it's all big events. Everything is like over 3K. There's a 1500 monster. The monster stack you can reg on day 2.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
the
it's
only-
it's short, if you can grind the short stack well, if you're good at taking spots, then I know many people who late reg, or at least I've noticed try to late reg over year 2, and they have results. I know Aaron, I have seen Aaron late reg almost always.
I'm in that school now.
You late reg, you reg after level. You used to reg after level 4. I know. Now you're getting to 6.
6 and 7 now. I'm comfortable
That's
with
usually
it.
the second bullet time, bro.
30 bigs, and you got to have another shell ready. But you take that 30 bigs and try to double or triple early, right? Or when you sit down. You're not
100%.
gonna,
One double up and you save, as you said, you save it. In this case, you save an entire day.
you're saving like 3 hours at least, and you're taking marginals, not too marginal. You're not being reckless.
No,
but-
you're not shoving ace 9, ace 8. You're still waiting for the spots.
No, that you think there's a flip situation, you take it. Like it's a little gamble, but you get two or three stacks. That's it. You're in the tournament. You just save 3 hours, and you're closer to the money. That's the whole point. Now, I say late registration. If the fish or the whales want to fire 5, 6, 7 bullets, I mean, Negrano's not a whale, but remember in the Bahamas, he fired like 11 or 12 bullets, and the buy-in was like 25K. For him, 25K, $250 in our world. I mean, if the whales want to build the prize pool, let them build it. But some people say that takes the edge from the people that don't have these bankrolls, because these whales are taking marginal spots and just putting the whole stack because they can rebuy, while the amateur can't rebuy multiple times. And now you're playing against somebody like flipping for your tournament life, 70, 80 bigs in a marginal spot. You can't rebuy, but Negrano can fire 3 or 4 more bullets. So I see the pros and cons to some people. I get the point.
I like playing tournaments because of the whole fact that in cash game, whales just keep rebuying and rebuying and rebuying. But in tournaments, once the reg is done, maybe they're rebuying and now they only have 30 bigs, and you were sitting there with 30 bigs, even field. Now they cannot rebuy. So that changes. That's why you can late reg a lot too. Yeah.
Well said. Well said. Their edges and the pre-reg
ends right as soon as the registration ends. Their edge is done.
Now
Then
it's
you
an
can-
field. Well said.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. This is what you're gonna see, that carpet. These colors you're gonna see all summer. This is Paris, and it's set up, but they changed a few things this year. The Thunderdome, where all the final tables used to happen, was at Horseshoe. I heard this year they moved it to where they ran, I'm not sure. I think they moved it to where Normandy and Provence were two ballrooms in the corner of Horseshoe at the other end. And now the Horseshoe became set up for dailies. They opened it up. They took the Thunderdome. I have a video of it, but let's watch the setup at Paris. This is the setup now.
Man, huge.
Yeah, the energy when you walk into this room, it's insane.
I can hear the chips just.
Chips, yeah. You're gonna be seeing this the whole time you're there. Okay. This is a little controversial tweet. This guy.
That guy's from Tampa, I think.
Amit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you've seen. I'm pretty positive because I am on Twitter. I see his posts all the time.
Oh shit! Okay.
His cash.
His tweet is a little controversial, and I don't know the validity of it. But he pulled up the Triton numbers for Nick Petrangelo, and what he's saying, he's basically shitting on Hendon Mob, saying that Nick is losing over a lifetime in the Triton.
Mm-hmm.
And he said basically don't be fooled by the numbers on Hendon because they don't mean much. We all know this. Like Hendon Mob job, I don't know why people give shit to Hendon Mob. Hendon Mob job is not to give somebody's bottom line. It just shows the cashes. Now what you do with it is your
Absolutely.
So if you want to know somebody's bottom line, you ask them if they're keeping track of the buy-ins. So when I show my chart to people and I'd be like, okay, they'd be like, oh, this is like you deducted the buy-ins. Yeah, I'm showing you the net. When I show you the numbers,
I do the same thing. You gotta show the net. You cannot. There's no point going through Hendon. For me, Hendon was just like once I want to reach 100K. That was like my initial goal. And once that happened, I stopped even going on Hendon to see anything, to be honest.
We all know it's not somebody's bottom line. So I mean,
no.
He said for Nick Petrangelo, I uploaded Triton plus MTT data into ChatGPT. 9.6 million in underreported buy-ins. Underreported? Hendon Mob doesn't report the buy-ins. It just reports the cashes because Triton doesn't report the number of bullets. Of course it doesn't. So he said 8.3 million in payouts over the last 5 years, 1.3 million loss. Nick has 40 million on Hendon Mob. At least 8.3 of that, 20% is unprofitable. So he's saying all his Triton bullets and all the cashes are unprofitable. So he's losing basically in Triton. Okay. And I mean, he's getting a lot of shit over it here in the responses.
Things like this, like, shouldn't matter to us. Like I have never I cannot sweat on these things too. Their money, their losses. Who are we to judge?
Yeah, Dietrich Fast, he's a German crusher, and he's basically firing back. He said, I've found 79 cashes for Nick, and some only the listed buy-ins of tournaments where he cashed. This is not true lifetime Vegas profit because it does not include bullets, re-entries, or tournaments he played and did not cash. So he did the numbers here, and it shows that Nick is up like 7. Yeah, net over listed cash buy-ins. Yeah, 18 mil up. Anyway, they're going back and forth here. But yeah, I mean, we know this, that Hendon.
Never go off of Hendon, bro.
No, it does not show somebody's bottom line. This is Daniel's tweet about his first vlog. A peek at Radio Amanda should be a fun one. I like his vlogs. They're very fun, very high energy.
It's good. I've seen it for the last 3 years. I think every WSOP every day. That would be my dose of WSOP. Just Daniel's vlog.
This is the schedule here. They post it. They post the schedule. This is walking between, Horseshoe and Paris. They're connected, and there's like a walkway in between.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I have the whole schedule posted here on the wall.
What's up?
And today, our moderator posted Andra. Shout out to Andra.
Shout out to Andra.
She made a post, and guess what's back at the WSOP? The single table tournaments. Those were my bread and butter one year. I made a lot of money.
That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun.
Single table, winner takes all. Sometimes first and second. Sometimes they chop. But here, let's share the screen. Last year they stopped them because they said there's like a tax issue because players were. What happens is when you win this single table tournament, they give you lammers. So let's say you buy in for 200 and you cash out for 1100. They don't give you 1100 cash. They give you 1100 in lammers, and those lammers you can buy into any event you want in the WSOP. So they have you can't sell them for cash, but what players were doing, they were exchanging, they were selling them for cash between each other.
Yeah.
So there was a tax issue. They stopped doing it. And that one year when they ran them, I was playing like 4 or 5 of them. There's one for 1100 buy-in, and you cash out for $10,000 in lammers. So you basically can buy into the main event playing a single table. So there you go. You play a single table, you beat it.
Crazy.
Now the structure is not the best, and in the low buy-ins you get 3K in chips.
It's sit and goes. It's
single. The whole thing is wrapped up in like an hour 20 minutes max. The 1K buy-in or 1100, I think you get 5K in chips if I remember correctly. But
wow.
So they're back now because I think they have space for them in Horseshoe because they have that whole section for dailies, and I think they're gonna run them there. They have signs at every table. The people that went to the WSOP, I'm sure, know this. They have a sign at every table, like with the prize point. So a sign at a table will say like 200 buy-in. Another one next to it will be like 500 buy-in. One next to it, 1100 buy-in. Yeah. So you know where to go when the table is full. The game starts. And the timer is at the table. They have literally like a small handheld timer for the blinds to go up. Thomas Robertson said, I used to grind. The saying goes, when the poker room was next to the food court at The Rock. I remember those days. I heard about the single tables at The Rock. They
Never
were high
played on that side. I started playing when the new poker room started.
I played cash in those days, but I didn't know what a tournament was back in those. This is
really?
like, yeah, 07, 08.
Oh,
maybe.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, I played cash strictly. I didn't know. So yeah, the single tables are back. Saying goes, it's a way to make to make buy-ins.
Yeah, for sure, like a satellite.
Exactly, but it's quick. Hour 20 minutes. It's over. And for 1100, you bink one of those. Even the crushers, like I remember Panka. I don't know if you know him. He's famous on the EPT tour. Dominic Panka used to grind them. Dylan Lind, like
probably know the face. I know Dylan Lind. Yeah,
Dylan Lind, like all the big names used to grind them. The first time I saw Robbie Jade after the Jack 4 situation, I saw her there with the cowboy hat guy, grinding those tournaments before the Jack 4 situation, because she passed by. You noticed her with the lips and stuff, and she was with Cowboy Rob or whatever his name is. I forgot. The guy that was at the table when the situation happened. There was one thing I wanted to bring up too. a dealer fuck up. Nikki Giroux, shout out to Nikki. She posted it today. The dealer deals out instructional card when he's dealing the
That's what I saw. I
Which
couldn't
is-
believe it, man. What happened to counting the deck?
these. I'm telling you, you're gonna see some atrocities over there. Help us, David Hall. Shout out to David, man. Everybody that's graduated from Rockstar Academy, they're gonna be out there, and they graduate some of the best dealers from that school.
Nice.
They should hire him to just filter out the dealers. Let's watch this video.
First event at the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas, the instructional card got dealt on the flop. Take a look at the video posted by Mike Holtz on that.
We got a good flop, boys.
Next one after that.
flop.
That's straight.
Here, check it out. The instruction card teaching us how to play.
Pocket instruction card.
Joker.
The World Series of Poker literally started today. This is the first tournament of the summer. Not a great start. Be sure to follow me for all the crazy and wild things happening at the World Series this summer. I'll be covering all of it.
You know how they have those deuces or wild game or some of those games?
Yeah,
But this would be a straight because of the wild.
that's crazy. Okay, Joey Gargiolo, I think I butchered his name. He posted about the dailies being ran at the Horseshoe this year. Let's watch the video real quick. He grinds the full schedule too. I don't know if you know him.
No, I don't know him. He's from Tampa?
No, I don't know where he's from actually, but you're gonna see him out there. This here used to be the Thunderdome. This is where all the final tables used to be set up. If you make it to this room, you make day twos. All the day twos and day threes and the big events are here. Used to. Look how it's all open for the dailies, all the daily deep stack.
Oh, wow. So these are all for the dailies. Okay.
They have like 4 dailies or 5 dailies. They have a daily schedule every single day, a 250 buy-in. There's a 200 buy-in. Some have like slow structure. Some have, blinds. They skip blinds sometimes. You bank one of those, it's like 40, 50K.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a 250 daily deep stack. This one has a decent structure. Look, players left, I think it's like 258 entries. They all get like 300, 400. Now, not everyone is out in Vegas, so it's 258.
Right. It'll get more.
Yeah, it jumps to like 500, 600.
Nice.
So I don't know. The ballrooms upstairs where I said, I don't know if they're big enough to host the Thunderdome. So I don't know where the Thunderdome is going to be. That's where they have the final tables.
But when we get there, we'll go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll check things out, see what changed. Okay, Kevin Mathers posted they have a quick menu this year for food. Let's see, Kevin Mathers.
I didn't give food any thought yet, so
you gotta figure out where to eat, or food is
probably gonna have one of my boys come there as well, who doesn't play poker at all. So he's just gonna take care of everything else while I play.
Really?
He just wants to chill. He doesn't want no action, nothing to play. Like, all right, swing by with me.
Why I wanted to show this is they have hot dog, like some of the stuff that are on the menu is hot dogs. Like we're in 2026. Can't you have like a healthy option other than hot dogs? Like this is not a football game. It's the
You'd
back,
expect more fit people now than before,
of
at
course,
least in the game.
of course. I can't find the tweet. Yeah, I mean they have other options. They have like 5 or 6 options, like ready to go meals, which is good. But food, yeah, somebody posted. Nikki P was asking on Twitter, like, what are the food options? So most people said Mon Ami Gabi. It's like it's the place in Paris. It's like a breakfast place. He was asking about the best breakfast. I keep it simple, man. I just go to Subway. It's cheap. It's fast.
That's what I'm planning, bro. I'm not trying to complicate things. I just want to play. Probably if I don't make it in a WSOP event, go play at the Win, go play at the Art. Like just play all tournaments, get the feel for the rooms. Food is just fuel. Don't need to be picky about it there.
Exactly. That's the
Usually
hardest
when I'm
part.
playing, I'm fasting anyways. Like I don't eat much while I'm playing. Like I go like 13, 14 hours just fasting. I can do that while playing.
That's my thing. Breakfast, fast all day, and then dinner, and then go to bed. But in between, yeah, I try to fast.
Yeah, I don't even do breakfast, bro. I can't eat that early. So I'm just like coffee, dinner. Or like late snack and dinner.
So you don't eat breakfast before the grind?
No.
I
Very
tried it once
rarely.
and it worked well, actually. I didn't think I could last 9 hours, but it was smooth.
I lose time when I'm playing. Like I get into it. I'm enjoying. Like break is up. I'm like, oh wow, 2 hours are done. Like it goes by fast for me. So food doesn't come across until the break starts, and then you're like, oh, it's the switch off from the game, and then some other switch goes on. And that's when you're like, oh, now I'm hungry.
Let's talk mental game a little bit. We talk strategy, we talk what we do at the table. Let's talk mental game and dealing with beats. Like, what's your go-to mentally? How long does it take you to recover?
Initially, I used to be miserable. Like when my aces would get cracked. My wife knows. Like I would text. She doesn't know poker at all. She just knows that I lost or I won, and she would just support. But there became a time when she looked up how not to lose with Ace King on Chat GPT, and she sent me a post. And she was like, "You're not doing much wrong." I'm like, "I'm not doing much wrong. I know.
I already
It is
like your
what it
wife
is."
because it's hard to support somebody playing poker because gambling has like a negative connotation to it, and some people don't understand that poker is not gambling. Like it has a gambling element to it, but it's not like playing
The
baccarat.
culture that I'm from, they don't get it. They still
Of
think
course,
it's all gambling. But
of course.
she knows, I know, and she knows, so others will
What did
get
you
it.
tell her? Like, what's the story you told her that she was convinced that poker is not gambling?
But she used to, back when we were just going out, she would come to Silks with me and just chill there for a little bit. I would play cash, I would leave. But once I started getting some scores on in tournament, until then she didn't care about, like, and I didn't care either. Like I didn't think of poker as anything except for like fun or spending some
Right.
time. We don't like to be out in the heat or even at night when it's hot. So like, it's just a way, it's a getaway. But I had a
Mm-hmm.
couple scores, and then like things started looking good. And then I had some online scores, and she would see that I'm really happy playing. Like even if I'm
Consistent.
losing, she could see that I'm still like, I don't take it to my heart that, oh, I lost 2 buy-ins or anything. Like I always tell her, like, I know I'm gonna win, just bad variance happen, or I messed up. When I mess up, I'm self-aware. So I would message her. I'm like, I played really bad. I shouldn't have done this. And it just she gets it now. She gets it. And she knows it's not my everyday thing. Like I'm at my business right now. I'm at my store. My days are like divided between trading in the morning, being at the store, poker in the evening.
Okay,
So
I didn't know about the store till I asked you about a little description. Tell us,
yeah.
what do you sell? You sell cologne and perfume?
No. So that was until 2021 when it was perfumes and cologne at the malls in Citrus Park and Countryside. I had
Okay.
2 stores that my cousin and we bought in like 2015, right out of college. Just because we were into business, we were never into like wanted to have a job. We always wanted to do some business.
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID happened and malls closed down.
Mm-hmm.
So we got into vape products, like smoke shop products,
Uh-huh.
vapes and pipes and tobacco, all kinds of stuff. We were doing wholesaling of that, and then we just switched to stores. So I
Mm-hmm.
have 2 smoke shops now, one by Fowler and one right here by Citrus Park. So that's where I'm at during the day. That's where I grind online too. Like I would just put it on up on the TV. My boys would just watch with me. They don't play. They have never played a single hand live, but I'm pretty sure just from seeing me play and seeing me talk about it, they're better than half the people up here. I even told them like, just go. I'll buy you guys into a small tournament. Do your thing. I think we lost Carl. Yeah, he said he was having technical issues. I'll give him a couple minutes. Oh,
Back in. Okay. Yeah, it's back. Give me a second.
is there? Your background changed.
Okay, we're back. Can you hear me?
All right, yes, sir.
Sorry about that. I had a
You're good,
technical.
bro.
Yeah. So you said you got vape products. You got
Yeah,
two.
vape product, anything that you'll find, hookah products like cigars, anything you'll find at a smoke shop, pretty much.
You have a team you trust that runs the both stores.
Yeah, I manage them, but yeah, we I have like a good bunch of people who are here. My cousin's here with me too, so he also helps me out. He's my
Okay.
partner.
Let's wrap up this session. I have a bunch of rapid fire questions. Let's start.
Let's do it.
One food you absolutely should not eat at the poker table.
At the poker table?
Mm-hmm.
The bone-in wings.
People that do that, they start licking their fingers and then they grab the cards.
I love the Hard Rock, the room bone-in wings, but I have to wait on the break, eat it, go wash my hands. But you cannot, like I've seen people at other rooms just, I cannot do that, bro.
Yeah, I see people lick their fingers and then they touch the chips and like, bro, it's just common sense. You're touching the chips. We're all like spreading the chips around and the cards. Like, wash your hands. And the dealer should right away say something. It's okay to eat something clean, like maybe if you have an energy bar. And Hard Rock, it doesn't happen because they don't allow food, and they don't allow food because, you know, Hard Rock, you can't walk in that poker room. All the walkways are so narrow. It's like traffic. They need traffic lights at every like corner because you can't walk. There's one person in the aisle, you can't walk.
It got worse now, man.
It got worse with the new tables. I mean, God help the servers that serve there. How do you carry a tray and walk, and you have to dodge people all the time?
Yeah.
So they don't allow food because imagine if you're eating something and they have to put a table next to you it blocks the walkway. So I get it. That's why they don't allow food. But yeah. So wings, yeah, that would be that would be a disaster. If you could ban one phrase from poker forever, what would it be?
You know, when they, even after beating your hand, they would say nice hand. I don't know if you ever get that. Like you knock someone out and then, or someone knocks you out and they say nice hand.
That's the worst. Like my hand was not nice enough to win. So why are you telling me nice?
It's so sad. They do it. They're not trying to, they just do it out of the habit, I think. But man.
Yeah, sometimes if the person doesn't know, if they're wrecked and they do it, I let it go. But if
give them with the nice hand while they're just packing up their things. Like, bro.
Or sometimes if they suck out on you, they double tap the table. Like, why are you doubling tap the table? Don't do anything. Just chip the pot. Don't double tap. Double tap. That's the congratulation. The double tap means like you're congratulating me on doing something good. But if I lost a hand, why are you double tapping?
It's like usually like, yeah, the good luck, you know, when someone shoves and you just double tap for the
double tap is always positive. But don't do it when you win the hand, you suck out on me and you double tap. Why are you double tapping? I hate it.
That's so true.
Who tilts harder, cash players or tournament players?
I mean, I've only played tournaments. Like my sample is tours tournaments, and they're pretty bad. I saw on that day on Monday, this one guy walked past my table and just yelled, "Damn!" Just went. The whole entire room heard that, bro.
Okay.
And then he bought back in. No, in the tournament. Then he bought back in.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes some beats in poker are tough, so I get it.
The same people tilt in cash that are tilting in the tournaments. Like, it's the same. If they're doing it one place, they're doing it everywhere.
Well said. It fits both places. Yeah. Weirdest thing you've seen someone bring to the poker table?
Weirdest thing? Nothing like that weird that ever like I can think about. I've seen like crazy card holders. I know there's one guy who I've played at TGT who's always dressed up as Deadpool or in Deadpool attire, who has the Deadpool, like everything Deadpool, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I never asked him the backstory.
Yeah, same. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course I know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name. If somebody in the chat know his name, if they can post it in the chat. Yeah, because Deadpool is like a new superhero. It just came on the scene like what, 2-3 years ago. It's not like Superman, Batman. Those those superheroes have been around forever.
The guy has it has everything from shoes to shorts to his hat to everything is Deadpool.
Yeah, he played in
has
the
all
Bahamas,
Deadpool.
and they posted his the
Oh,
Deadpool
really?
figurine that he has,
Wow.
and yeah, he went to the
Yeah, like, I've
Bahamas.
seen him at TGT almost. That's where I've seen him. I don't see
Yeah,
him
he's
at
a
the Hard Rock.
T-Rex, super nice guy,
Super nice
but he
guy.
always had
Beard.
beard. Yes. Somebody said your dad said a dog. Yeah. Some people bring their dogs. It's okay to bring a
I've
dog, but
seen a couple dogs.
there's a girl that plays. Can't think of her name. She plays the WSOP, and she has a big. Not a shepherd. It's a husky.
Mm.
And he always lays. It's a good dog. He lays under the table, but she makes him lay underneath the player next to her. It's like taking up space of the player next to her. And the player wasn't saying anything. He had his feet back, and they posted about it in WSOP. Like, if you want to bring a dog, let him take up your space. Don't make the dog take up space of people next to you.
That's how
So
it should be.
you got Skullman. Skullman, he's known on the circuit too. He travels. He brings skulls. He's got a shrine.
I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him.
Full of skulls. He's got skulls.
He has a skull necklace and all skulls. He has the rings. Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen him.
Oh my God! Global people watching said, "Oh, shout out." He said, "I've seen people forget to bring a brain." Yeah, that happens a lot for sure. Your dad says not on the table. The dog's head was asleep on the table. Yeah, another lady had a small dog, like a lap
my
dog.
days. On the table.
On the table. Yeah, on the table. Yeah. Okay. One thing poker players do that screams, "I'm a reg."
Like showing the hand, showing the winners, showing the losers when you're folding.
So showdowns.
Well, not even at the showdown. Like they bet the flop, you fold it. They just show top, like just showing, giving out information for free.
Not a reg, like a regular.
Oh, a regular. I thought a reg.
That's a good one for recs, showing cards. Some players do it after every showdown. They show that they have it, and it's always they have it. So they show you aces, they show you king, they show you set. Like, okay, give me more information, please. Like, sure. One thing poker players that screams, "I'm a reg."
I mean, if they're dressed up in the hoodie, if they're there for long-term type of dress, that's the first thing I notice. I'm like, who looks like they're here for the grind, and who's here just came from work type of person.
Okay,
and then the sizings, the 3-bets, the sizings. That's pretty much all you can tell, I think.
It's a good one. One thing that screams, "I'm a reg," when they put a patch, Jacka patch. Shout out to he's a collector, but why the hell would you want to wear a patch that says "I'm studied" and like I'm decent at poker?
I got Club WPT sent me 4 patches last year because I was having like a sick run. I've never even worn them. Like I don't want no one to know that I know anything.
Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out on their own pace. But why would I want to walk with a billboard saying like I got coaching from Jaka?
Very few people wear it in Tampa. Very rarely. I see Stu wear it with Jaka.
He's not gonna like this.
That's all I wear. But Stu, looking at him, you don't need to see no patch. That patch takes away his like now they know he's studied and not just a whale.
Oh shit.
He looks like he's ready when he comes with the beard, everything, and then they see the patch and they're like, nah. We can't. He knows his shit.
If you lose a massive pot, are you taking a walk or fire another bullet immediately?
I usually go fire. If it's like I punted it, like I shoved a6 when I shouldn't, like stuff like that, then I'd probably go take a walk, go outside, fresh air a little bit. and then like convince myself that that was a punt and I'm not gonna do it again. But if it was just like a standard spot where chips were supposed to go in, nothing we can do. Yeah, you can buy right back in. I feel I used to be against rebuying a lot, but then I couldn't put volume in.
What's the limit?
Now is no because I barely get to play one tournament a week. So for me, it's like making the day 2 or having a deep run is important. So I have to fire that flight again. But I don't go more than 3 in an entire like tournament, even if it's like multiple day ones.
Same. I keep it at like 2. If I fire 3, something is really off. Like I'm not playing.
Same. I go for 2, but if I ever have to fire 3, it's something is off. Correct.
Rashad said he saw somebody bring a cat. I've never seen that, a cat, because cats just don't sit still like a dog's. Worst bad beat story listener you've ever met?
Worst bad beat story listener?
Somebody that would refuse to listen to a bad beat story, or they come back with something witty right away.
I mean, I've seen Ray give a quick like, you should never be in that hand. Like I'm asking someone's asking what to do on the river. It's like, you should have folded pre.
Mancini?
Yeah, I've heard from him. I've seen him do it in the league.
Tell a bad beat story, because the people
like but if you were telling him, like he comes up with a quick, witty respond, like, and you're like, yeah, like fuck.
One celebrity you'd love to see play poker for the first time.
Like who I would want to play with?
Sure.
I grew up watching Ivy and Durr. That was it. Just the two, Dwan and Ivy. Any one of them. I mean, Ivy, I definitely, if I sit on a table with Ivy.
Just a celebrity in general, not a poker celebrity.
Just a celebrity to play with us, or just to watch them play?
To play with you.
I've seen Kevin Hart on these live streams being like pretty funny. I like people who lighten up the mood. I don't like serious like if I want to play for fun with them. But if an actual player that I would just go mad if I saw him playing on the same table as me, Ivy. I don't even know how I'd react, bro.
You're gonna see him in Vegas. You'll see them walking by.
I don't usually walk up to people and ask for pictures, but I'll break that rule.
With Ivy.
With Ivy. Only Ivy. Not Negranu, not just Ivy.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Most overrated poker movie of all time.
How many movies? I just watched, I mean, the other day, I think last week couple of weeks ago, I was having like a bad few tournaments. So I just put up Rounders. My friend had never watched it, so I made him like watch it with me. And he also loved it. But I don't know. I cannot think of a bad poker movie. I look up for poker movies, so just to enjoy. But I've seen like maybe 2 or 3. I haven't even seen many.
Somebody named the poker movie that I've never seen. One is Cincinnati Kid, and there's another.
It comes up every time I Google poker movies.
Really?
The Cincinnati Kid, yeah.
And they named another movie too that I've never heard of. Forgot the name now. Somebody in the chat know any poker movies that are good. You can leave a comment. If you could read minds or always win flips, which one are you taking?
Always win flips or read minds? Interesting. Oh, I guess always win flips. Always win flips. You only lose the tournament when you lose. So if I'm never losing, then. But then again, yeah, I guess read minds is also good. I like read minds, post
So read
flop,
minds. You know
return,
exactly what
river.
they're trying to do. If you can
Yeah,
read
I
their
like to
mind,
read mine better.
yeah, you'll know if they're bluffing or not. I mean, that will make you more money than winning flips all the time.
For sure. Oh, for sure.
The guys in the chat saying
I've seen
Global
Molly's game. Molly's game was good.
Molly's game was definitely good. Tilt is a good show that was in ESPN.
Never seen
Rashad.
it. I've seen
Tilt?
the scene from the Billions. I've seen that. I've seen the scene from the Suits. Also,
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen it's a famous clip.
yeah.
Win flips because reading minds would take out the challenge out of poker. Well, that's the whole point. We want to take out the challenge out of poker and make it easy. What's the fastest way to identify a fish in under 30 seconds?
If they're looking at their hands right when they got dealt.
When they look at the first card without two cards being dealt?
Yeah, like right away. The first card in, look, the second card in, look, and they're ready to fold or like ready for act. Like right away. You can see it.
When you get dealt cards, do you look at your cards first or you're looking at the table to get clues, to get reads?
It depends. If there are people on my initially I look at the table when I'm first sitting there. I try to get as many clues. I have boxes in my head that I put them in. And once I have that down, then maybe I look at the cards. But I don't look at one at a time. Like I look both together.
Let's talk tells.
I like to see it before the person to my right.
One thing that's a slam dunk in your opinion, a slam dunk tell that always gives away the hand, the strength of the hand. Like a live tell.
The leg, if they're shaking their leg a lot for a long time, like initially they would, for the first 5-10 seconds, if it's like they're excited, they just go ham. But if it doesn't stop, then it just, I feel like that feels like they have the goods.
Man, it
when they're
happens
that happy. But you get reverse tells too. Like it's so difficult to go with like one tell. I look for 3-4 at a time. Look at the eyes, the breathing.
What are you looking for in the eyes?
If they're trying to not look me in the eye, they're like just like, or if like they're only looking at me while I'm looking down. As soon as I look up, they like move their eyes.
So what does that mean?
That.
What does that mean when they don't make eye contact? Strong or weak?
When they're not making eye contact, I feel like they're stronger. When they are looking right dead in my eye, like they're like, oh yeah, call me. Why don't you call me? You know what I mean? When they're looking right at me. At least that's what I feel.
OMCs do it a lot, and it's so giving. They look at you and they're like almost like want to get out of their chair to come at you.
They have the cards ready, like
they're so threatening. They're trying to be threatening, and it gives away the strength of. It's almost as bad as like reaching for chips when it's your turn to act, and they go like this. Acting like
that is one of those tells for sure. You're giving it. I go for all the tells, and then there are times when I have it. Like I've seen, like I know that there's a tell that's coming, but I wouldn't be able to put it in if it's a reverse tell or if he actually has no idea what he's doing. It's just his heart going crazy. And then I would just make the call to find out. And then for next time, you have to make those calls to confirm your doubts, even if it's like, if you feel like, or at least try to get them to show when if you fold, at least say something where they would just show you the hand. That's important.
I had a guy, it was 3-way pot. I had pocket eights, 10 high board. It came 10-5-3, checks around. I'm out of position. Turn is a 3, so 10-5-3, 3 on the turn. I was short stack. I had pot size. I jammed pocket eights, but in the side of my eye, the guy to my left, his feet are jumping, and I saw it. It's so jammed. He snap calls with Jack 10 off. Like he called a 3-bet. The pot was 3-bet. I open, guy in position 3-bet. The guy sandwich in the middle calls. I'm sorry, it was Jack 10 suited to his credit. It was Jack 10 suited. What is Jack 10 suited calling a 3-bet in the middle of two players? So anyway,
But if you hadn't jammed and had you like give it a look, would you get some info out of him? Or like if you
his feet jumping like was a tell that he's strong. Like I saw it when I still jammed, and then of course he calls and shows Jack.
They do it so much over here. Like you get those tells like so often, but then just sometimes suck out or like you're right, and then they still like get there. Global people watching.
Man, this kid had this YouTube channel, Global People Watching. He traveled. He went to his channel was so interesting. He had a lot of followers. I'm forgetting his name. You know him. He used to
I know him.
Bro.
I have an idea. He was that was my first tournament after studying the triple 30 that we spoke about earlier, and I think it was with him that I chopped. He used to do photography or movie making, right?
He travels, and that's his channel, Global People Watching. The first time I met him, he asked me a question, and he caught me off guard. I'm like, who is this guy? He asked, only if he can remember, he asked me a question, and I said, why did you ask this question? He's like, because most people ask boring questions. And I forgot his name. It was such an interesting question.
I know his face right now, like it's in my mind. I just cannot.
I think it's Steven. Stefan.
Steven, Nick, or like.
The Matador said, move cards closer to their chest. Okay, what does that mean?
They like the hand, like they want to hold on to it. Right? I'm guessing. So are you back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Saif, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, one second. Yeah. Man, my computer is slowing down. I don't know what's going on.
All right, folds to me, we're definitely going with.
Yo. You're muted. You're muted. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I do hear you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Stand by.
What about now? I can see.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap up this session just because I'm having these technical issues. I think we covered everything. Thank you so much for coming on. Safe, we're at the
You are
2-hour mark.
welcome.
You're always welcome on the pod. I guess what's next? Are you playing? Oh, by the way, let's plug in before we go. Let's plug in. The TGT is running a SATI tonight, a 500 buy-in, 520 buy-in.
Tonight?
Yeah, 10K, 1 in 20. 1 in 20, one player in 20 entries gets 10K cash. Reiko, yeah, we did talk about it in the beginning. Somebody was David Sweely. Shout out to the GOAT, David. He was given TGT crap about advertising rake free, but they're taking $20. The $20 is for the staff. It's not that big of a deal. I told him it's not technically rake free from a player's perspective. It's basically 4%, which I'll pay 4%. It's not, it's not 21% like the Hard Rock.
Dealers gotta get paid.
Of course.
How else is it gonna work?
Yeah,
someone has to pay someone to deal the cards.
Second, please, guys, subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Third, I have a Vegas package up on my Facebook, or if you want a piece of my Vegas action, it's up now for grabs. DM me for details. That's it. Anything else we want to plug, Saif, before we leave?
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Time flew.
You're the league crusher. You got you got 2 trophies, right? I didn't get the small trophy yet.
No, I didn't get the small trophy. I only got the big, huge one.
Wow, sick flex. We're getting the little one. The peasants get little ones. The goat gets the
I like the little one too. It has the nice little card holder on it.
The little one is nice. Yeah. Where is the trophy going? Business or at home?
Oh, it's at home right now.
Amina, yeah, I think he's gonna score big. You're gonna have a huge edge in Vegas.
Gonna come there. He's gonna be there.
You'll be surprised playing anything under like 3K, how soft these events are. Every once in a while, you're gonna have a crusher at the table, but the majority, it's gonna be softer than the league even. Like the league is tougher than those events. Yeah, every hand goes multi-way. It's like playing a daily at Derby or TGT.
Yeah.
Amina, thank you for supporting our boy, by the way. Having support at home.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
And that's it, my man.
All right, bro. Probably see you this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna play the 1200 at Hard Rock, and next week we take off to Vegas.
Yes, sir. Good luck. Good luck.
With all the noise. All right, Safe.
Peace, bro.
Peace.